TU100 My Digital Life Sense and Sense Ability. Just before we begin making the next program, I wanted to explain a little bit about writing down your programs. As you've already seen, programming blocks in Sense are graphical objects. Sometimes you'll write down or be asked to read the names of blocks that you've used. Say in answering a TMA question. You won't want to have to draw the block each time, as that would be too time consuming. Because of this, a textual shorthand is used to help you describe the blocks that you're using. So this green flag block is written out like this. The name of the block and any description of the graphic is used with underscores. Similarly, this move block becomes, wherever you see this pair of square brackets, it means the block has an input box into which you can type a value, or it will give you a drop-down list of values to choose from. You may have noticed that each time you ran your program in Programming Exercise 1, the pointer, the red arrow on the stage, begins where it finishes each time the green flag button is pressed. It is possible that with successive runs the arrow can disappear right off the side of the stage. It would be better if the program behaved consistently and began with the pointer in the same place each time you run the program. To achieve this, you need to know how the position of a sprite on the stage is determined, so that's what we'll look at next. Computer graphics describe positions on a screen in terms of horizontal coordinates, also known as x coordinates, and vertical coordinates, y coordinates. The stage is 480 units wide and 360 units tall, and the centre of the stage has an x coordinate of 0 and a y coordinate of 0. To make this easier to visualise, I've added a gridded background to the stage. The coordinates of a point on the stage are usually written in the form x, y. So for example, the centre of the stage has coordinates 0, 0, and the bottom right hand corner of the stage has coordinates 240, minus 180. So each point on the stage has an x coordinate and a y coordinate, and each sprite also has an associated x coordinate and y coordinate, which determine its position on the stage. The good news is you don't have to guess the positions of sprites. The sprite's position is shown up here above the scripting panel. Sometimes in some programs a sprite will not have a costume or will not appear on the stage, so it will often help you to be able to predict where sprites will be positioned by having an idea of the layout of the stage in your mind. Now would be a good time to have a play with some of the motion palette blocks to see what they do and to see if you can predict the x and y coordinates of a sprite. You can use the pointer sprite from Program 1 or even have a go at making your own sprite. Just double click on any of the motion blocks in the scripting panel or in the palette to see what they do. In the next video, we'll move on to making your second program in Sense.